Okay, so I'm going to do a short video of Su Lin Thao from the side, which is often the view that you don't see it from, and can be quite useful for your positions. So pulling your arms back, sink right down as far as you can, pivot out on your heels, and pivot in on your toes, and then sink down even more. So the lower you can get with your stance, the better you'll be at lowering your centre of gravity and sinking your energy. So if you only kind of do this half, you'll only get half as much out of it. So try and be hard on yourself and really sink your stance. So we're checking our centre line. So notice when we rotate this, we're keeping that connection forward. I'm not doing this, folding this back. So it's left hand on top. This is directly down the centre of my body. Imagine your fingers pointing towards your partner's or enemy's, opponent's hips, and then their shoulders. And as you rotate, keep that centre line marker in place. Okay, don't allow these to fold back. So the whole time as well, make sure your elbows are in front of your body. We're not doing this like this, it's out in front. So again, try and keep that fist distance apart. So keeping that elbow away from the body. So then from here, left fist into centre. So this is your backhand position. So again, this is like a marker reminding you where your backhand is. So make a note of where that is. Should be between 1 and 2 fist distances from your chest. Punch. Again, this is your punching range. So you should be able to lock out after that punch. So there should be a difference between your punching range and a locked out arm. So you're not punching and locking. You're punching with explosive energy and then you're locking at the end. Really work that wrist stretch. Again, the harder you can do that stretch, the more you'll get out of it. You'll get suppler wrists, it'll be good for your circulation as well, but it's useful for explosive energy. So really work that wrist, squeeze from your little finger, relax and pull back. Same with the other side. Centre, position, punch. Locking out your hand, really work the wrist. Don't skimp on these wrist stretches, really work them. You'll get a lot more out of it in the long run. Okay, and then we're going through left hand Sao. I'll go through this quite quickly. Obviously this should be done incredibly slowly. The slower and more deliberate you can do this, the more you'll get out of it. So once you get out to your Tan Sao position, you should still have this triangular shape. Sometimes you see people going too far and they lose the shape. This is too far away. This is too close. The marker is about a fist distance from the elbow to the chest. Round into Wu Sao. Allow the elbow to drift out. Bringing this back. So again, this is your backhand position. So you don't want this to be sitting on your chest. You want it slightly in front. So again, the marker is fist distance. Don't bring it closer than a fist distance away. Dropping into Fox Sao. Pushing forward into Fox Sao. Again, don't let this go too far out. As it goes further out, I lose this shape. It's more difficult for me to control the wrist, and I have less structure. So again, maximum distance would be about 2 fist distances from the elbow to the chest. Then round into Wu Sao. Coming back into guard hand position. Second Fox Sao. Round into Wu Sao. And then third and final Fox Sao. Round into Wu Sao. So it's quite useful to film yourself doing this from the side because you'll notice your positions. So obviously from the front, this is right to the shoulder. It's not too far across and it's not too shallow. It's all the way to the edge of your shoulder. Back to centre. Straight palm, not locking until the end. So we're locking now and then we're stretching. Okay, same on the other side. So backhand position. Punch. This is my punching position. Lock. Notice there's a difference between the punch and the lock. Wrist stretch, really work that wrist. And then pull back. Second section, energy just on the end. Coming up, round, double heel strike directly behind you, and back, round, as soon as you get round, fingertips facing up, double heel strike again. Left on top, this is Lansao position, Faxao, elbows bent at Faxao. From here, I should be able to see both my fingertips looking directly forward, so I'm using my peripheral vision, so I shouldn't be stretching all the way out here. This is at the limit of my Faxao position. And back down to Lan, fingertips to the elbows. Make sure you're not dangling your fingers or your thumbs, keep nice and tight position. So here, left hand drops behind the right, and you're sinking, dropping the elbow, keeping your elbows in front of your body. So that's jump, tan, energy, lap. When you do your lap, keep this part of your forearm straight. Elbows are still in front of me. I'm not lapping back to here. So remember, I'm just using energy, a little punch of energy, keeping my elbows in front of me. So and then view. And again, don't lock your elbows for the view, but you want a bit of energy in your fingertips. So we've got a little bit, not in the fingertips, in the fingers. So not completely relaxed because it will buckle, a bit of energy in the fingers for the view. And then bend from the wrist. This is your limit of your position. Down and up. And your range. Okay, and then pulling back. Third section, we've got outside pack. Side palm. Again, not locking the elbow. Elbows in, fingertips out. Lock out, stretch. Same on the other side. So this is outside pack, so it's further away from your shoulder. This is first section, it's inside pack. This is third section, outside pack. Side palm, locking out. Work that wrist. Squeeze, pull back. So then we've got Tan Sao, Gan Sao. So now in third section, this will appear over your thigh, and that's to simulate a turn, because we're doing a turning low Gan Sao. So we've got Tan in the middle, Gan, scooping back to collect and attack down the centre, back into Tan Sao. Yun Sao. Now make sure the elbow doesn't drift back, so we're not doing this. We're striking from where the hand position is already. So there's not a lot of movement left on this for this palm, but make sure you've not locked your elbow on it. Locking out, lifting up, and then stretching. Same on the other side, so we've got Tan, Gan, scoop back into centre, Yun Sao, don't let the elbow drift back, low palm. So this is a tendency I often see, is when people come to do that palm, they withdraw to generate power. Don't do that because you're losing ground. Remember, this is all principle. Strike, and we should still have enough to lock the arm out at the end after that strike. There's Bong Sao, not third section. So we've got Bong, Tan, keeping that forward, strike, and again, we don't want to lock the arm on any strikes, we lock slightly after. So, Bong, Tan, palm strike, or Tok Sao, and then lock out, then work that wrist, squeeze, relax, pull back. Gans, into centre, striking down. Top of your hand onto the top of your forearm. Get a bit of friction, so I'm pushing against my forearm, and allow that to slide down, twisting both hands at the end. Bring this back up, place on top. 2, 3, and this comes back as a fist. And we've got punch, punch, drawing the right hand back on the last strike. Remember, never lock your elbow out on the punch, so locking out at the end, and pull back, stretch, close, squeeze, relax, and pull back. And then it's left foot to right, stand, and then bow to finish. And that's your Su Lin Tao from the side view. Okie dokie.